Beautiful. Here we are. Good morning, Women Rising Above. Ladies, how are you all this morning? Welcome to our Business Members Spotlight, where we interview one of you amazing members every single week in the group to learn about your business and how you got into business. Today, we have the beautiful Kay Hamilton with us, who I actually met only, I think, about a month ago, Kay? I think we connected. We connected online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I have invited Kay to come here and be interviewed today, and I'm looking really forward to hearing all about you and what you do, Kay.
Oh, thank you. It's such an honour to come and get an invite and to be interviewed. I love that. Thank you for having me.
No problem, gorgeous lady. Just bear with me. I'm just setting up to make sure I can see any comments that come through. Okay, so what I would love to know, first thing, Kay, is what you do, how you got into business, and how you why you do what you do.
Thank you. Well, my background is in school teaching, so I have reinvented myself over the last, since 2015. I guess I've always wanted to reinvent my school teaching role anyway, but I like it, all things natural. I like to make sure that I live a healthy lifestyle to the best of my ability without being too anal about it. Can I use that word?
Whatever word you like, beautiful.
So I'm very much somebody who loves gardening, and I live in Tasmania, in a beautiful place of the world across the road from the beach. So I've always really had a low-key lifestyle, I guess, and erred on the side of natural things. I had my own journey of spiritual awakening, and I've become a Reiki master, and I did some colour therapy training, and lots of energy techniques and all sorts of things that I've brought into my repertoire of goodies that I use to keep myself alive and well, and my boat afloat. So in 2000, it must have been in 2014, it was 2009. Gosh, time flies. I was having what I call divine nudges. And I wanted to put something on my body that made me smell nice and lush, but I was very aware of, the toxic ingredients in so many things that we use. And I didn't want to go down the track of perfumes, because I know that they can potentially play havoc with our healthy body. And I was kind of thinking, why am I getting these messages? What's this about? And a couple of times it was coming through, and I know that when you get those divine nudges, you've got to follow them. So, but I had no idea really what it meant or where to go. I wasn't really dedicated in searching what that was about or what it meant. But I got an email from a company called the Lost Seed Company, and they were promoting these beautiful essential oils. And they talked about how they were organic and sustainably sourced. And I kind of thought, well, these people are all about organic seeds and non-genetically modified seeds. And I thought, well, they must know what they're talking about. And I think they might have had a little promo or something. And I was in school holidays, so I could think clearly for a start.
Yes.
About myself and what I wanted to do. So I had a conversation with the people at the Lost Seed, and after talking to them, I thought, okay, I'm going to get this pack of oils. So I bought this beautiful pack of oils, spent a couple of $100s, and thought, well, it's not something I normally do on myself. And I had no idea what that was going to mean for me. And when I opened this beautiful pack of oils, actually, before I even unwrapped them, I could smell this gorgeous aroma coming from the pack. And I kind of thought, I've never smelled anything so delicious. And it was something for me, it just switched things on. It's hard to explain, although you probably know, because you do these beautiful oils I'm talking about. So
I know what you mean, and I totally get what you mean by getting the box delivered, and before you've even opened it, you kind of just, oh yeah.
and then when you open it and start smelling the individual ones, that gets you even more excited, because there's all these different smells and different experiences your body has. So that was the beginning of my journey into the world of Young Living essential oils. So I started sharing the oils with people, and the people started loving them. And I didn't do a great deal for a couple of years, just sort of dipped my toe in a little bit. And then our leaders came down to Tasmania and said, look, do you want us to help you grow a business? And I went, sure. They said, well, we're coming. You can create some events around the place and we'll come and do some talks for you. So that's what happened. And then all these people started coming on board, and I kind of got the sense of, how you go about, sharing the information with other people. So that was like a steep learning curve for me. And anyway, I went on to win 8 trips around the world with Young Living. Now, that was totally amazing, and something I hadn't even thought would ever happen. It wasn't anything consciously in my mind in the early phases to grow a successful business like that. So Young Living, they love when when you get to a certain level in your business, they invite you over to their farm and in Utah. And if you do well, you have an opportunity to win trips. So I've been all around the world. I've been to our farms in France, Croatia, Hawaii. I have to stop and think. And in Utah. And I've also won trips to the convention in Utah. In fact, one year I came second place in Australia, and I got to take the Australian flag out because they recognise all the countries that have come from all around the world to their annual conventions. And being Australia, I was, I think, about second on the stage in front of 20,000 people. Now, that was totally another life-changing moment for me, because I'd never had big aspirations before. And I mean, I was just a single mum with kids, and I was the Aussie battler, and life had been tough. So that was absolutely amazing, and made me realise that, anybody can achieve things. And it just opened my mind and broadened my horizons. So work started. I kind of, throughout that time, I went, right, I'm going to expand my business, and I'm ready to step away from teaching and the constriction of, being in a system that didn't really suit me for many, many reasons. So I geared my lifestyle to working, building up my Young Living business and working part-time also. And then I got to a point where I'd used up all my long service leave and things like that. So I resigned from teaching because I wanted to keep going on these holidays that I was doing. And I wanted to amp up my role with Young Living. So the other thing that I did, what I've been working more towards more recently, is I've been using my experience with colour, understanding of colour, my love of art, and love of working with people, and helping people to realise that from little things, big things grow, but it doesn't necessarily just fall in our lap. We've got to work towards it, and we need support along the way. So I now also, along in tandem with my Young Living business, I offer intuitive guided readings for transformational purposes. And Ali, you've been one of my clients. So can I just give you a little bit of space to tell people?
You know what? Ask away. Look, I tell you, I need to share with you, ladies. And this is why I am actually personally excited to have Kay in today, because I did have a reading with her the other day, and it was, like sometimes you go into these things and you don't know what to expect. Like I've had readings of all different types, and I have worked with a number of different people in these similar types of areas. So I knew that, you know, we were going to do a colour reading, but I didn't know what that was when we went into it. So I always go into these things with an open mind. And I have to tell you, ladies, this was such an incredible experience. And I'm not just saying this because Kay's here. It actually did mean so much to me. And I've actually brought with me, I got it, this actually sits up on my little pin-up board. This, what I loved about this reading though, in particular, Kay, was that, you know, it was more of a discussion that we were having. And as we were, you know, you were just asking me questions. And while you were doing it, you were kind of just doing a drawing, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
And it was, and so kind of, you know, I'm kind of lost for words because it was so good. So how, I'm curious, like, as to how you in your mind, you know, put these readings together. Like, is it really, you know, I don't even know what I'm trying to ask. What happens?
And that's the confusing thing. It's always when people say, what do you do and how do you do it? It's like, oh gosh, where are the words? So what my process is, I ask people to come with an intention. So it's not just me. I really am a firm believer that we have inside us a lot of answers, and we're often looking outside of ourselves for those answers. So that's the reason why I question a lot and I listen very intently. And I just seem to have this knack of picking up the missing parts or something that needs to be worked on.
Yeah.
And so I ask people to come with an intention. What's your intention? So I'm not there saying this is what you need necessarily. And so people come with an intention. To be honest, I can't remember what yours was because I have a reading and, you know, with someone and that goes out the window because you're just in this kind of space for that time. So generally what I've found is people have blocks or questions, or they come to a standstill and they don't know where to go or how to move or what the next step is. So I question people in a way that these blocks start being, you know, they become very obvious to me.
Yes. Yeah.
And then often, usually, not always, I will put you in a bit of a meditative state about that block. I don't know whether I did that with you. I can't remember.
We didn't really. It was more of a generic conversation with us, but
Yes.
you really did pick up on some blocks I was having. Like I,
Yes.
you know, I was in a state of being blocked in a particular area, and so I didn't realize that you asked me straight away to come with an intention, and it kind of just actually what I found was everything just flowed.
Yes.
I told you what my intention was, and what I had been working on to unblock stuff for myself. And I want to show the ladies here what actually came up for me. This is actually what Kay drew for me as we were doing our session. And you know, just the added little bonus of Kay even taking the time, you know, not only doing the drawing and showing me, but even just a simple little thing of putting it in the mail and sending it to me. So we've actually got, you know, I have this physical reminder of what we spoke about. And on the back, and I won't share what my intention was because it's a little bit personal, but on the back, Kay's written a lovely message to me. And it was all to do with what we spoke about. And it says, I'm on track with my business expansion to create my heart-based successful business goals. All the best, love, Kay. And with the date that we had our session on it. When I got this in the mail, and even when we were having our session and you were telling me what all this meant, what these colours meant and what everything meant, it was like everything that you were saying was literally confirming what I was going through and what I was kind of discovering for myself. But you confirmed a lot of stuff, and sometimes getting that confirmation is the power itself. You know,
Yes.
doubt myself.
Yes. It's interesting, isn't it? Because I think, yes, everything is a lot of things are internal, but sometimes we just need to hear that, yes, you're on the right track, or have you thought of this, or like we are very powerful within ourselves, but we need other people as well. I mean, I will go and seek mentoring or counselling or something from other people when I need to, up level, expand. And I think a lot of us in business, well, for me, I came from a teaching background. I didn't come from a business mindset. So I've had to kind of flip a whole lot of things and learn. It's a steep learning curve. And, there is a potential energy within all of us if we want to tap into that. But it doesn't just come easy. It's we've got to be dedicated. We've got to be, manage ourselves and all those kind of things. But when we have confirmation, it is wonderful. What I also do throughout the reading is I bring essential oils in, because essential oils are so transformational. And one of my favorite oils to bring in is release. So I will be working with somebody, giving a few secrets away here, but I will be working with someone and I intuitively am called which oil to work with. And even though we're working on Zoom, I do them in person as well, but a lot of my work is obviously online. And so it doesn't really matter that you're not there in the same place. We seem to get that great connection. And I know people will come, and if they've got a block, I'll grab release and I work with that oil while I am communicating with whoever I'm my clients. But I also work with the colours. So I kind of pick up, I kind of go, oh, I feel there's a bit of a gap in this area or this area. And I will pick the colours up and work with the colours. And that supports people energetically. And I love it. The feedback I get, people just say, oh my gosh, you're so spot on. Or I even do. So what oils did you have recommended?
Release was actually one that you did recommend to me. Honestly, there's a couple, but I can't remember. But I do remember when you say release, that was one.
Yes. Highest potential, magnify your purpose, maybe.
Magnify your purpose, that was another one you said. Yeah, because I remember saying, because using Young Living oils myself, I remember going, I never hear those.
We have the most amazing blends. Gary Young created so many blends. There's a list of 15 oils, and he has a whole protocol around using the oils for business people. And there's a whole system of affirmations. I've got some notes taken on that. And are just wonderful, because magnify your purpose, inspiration, motivation. When we come to a stop in the road and you kind of go, well, all right, I'll reach for this oil today, or something that's calming, something that you can put on at night before you go to bed. I have a specific routine at night that I put on before I go to bed at night. And, if I don't have trouble sleeping when I grab these oils, those kinds of things.
They are amazing, aren't they? I have to say, I've got a lavender lip balm that I put on at night, and that alone just helps relax me to go to sleep.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I've always had lip balm. I have to put lip balm because I sleep with my mouth open. So I'm not going to stop my lips getting dry. But this beautiful lavender lip balm is just, oh my God, every time I put it on, it's like, oh, that's nice. But I wanted to come back to this. I love that. It was interesting because I kind of went in with an expectation when you said to me, you're going to do a colour reading. My mind automatically, being someone who loves the beach, loves the ocean, I went straight, it's just going to be all blue. And it turned out totally different to the way I expected it to turn out. So, and I love you started off in the middle here in the yellow, which was amazing. And you were explaining to me what that was all about. And, it was all about, from memory, it was all about the fact that, I'm on the right track and that things are building, things are growing. There's like I think down here there's a good, you've got a good base start happening and growing, things are expanding, all about my creativity and everything. And what I found was interesting was later that day, and again, all confirmation worked together. And I'm deliberately saying this because what it said to me was your reading was spot on. So later in the day, I actually got delivered these chakra cards. Just let me get them. These chakra oracle cards. And so I drew one out that very night, just after having your reading, and I've kept it out because it was all about miracle. It was a yellow card straight away.
Oh, beautiful.
It said,
So it's interesting because when I start working with people, I always just tune in and there's one colour that comes through.
yeah.
And interesting that you said you thought it would be all blue. Did I have blue all around the outside of
No,
your?
there's no blue in it whatsoever. It's green. So it's yellow, green.
Okay. Yeah.
Which but you know, I expected blue because I don't know why. I don't know
There's
why.
blue and green, so
But I love it because it's not what I expected, but it really does speak to me. And this card miracle, I looked, you know, it comes with a little book and you got to look up what it says and everything. And it said it was all about trust yourself. You know, there's miracles happening in your life, and it confirmed what you said on the back, that I'm on track.
yes,
So
fantastic.
everything, so your reading, like I say, your reading was confirmation that everything, and it all just fell into place that day. And even I said to you earlier, when we were talking just before this, I said how even yesterday I was just sitting in a place of peace. And I looked at this again, which sits up on my wardrobe, which is my pin-up board. I just looked at this again, and it just this helped me to sit in that peace. It was just a constant reminder. So, like I said, you know, it's just a great little added bonus to have.
Well, I think it helps to anchor.
Anchor, yes.
That's always my idea. And what I do is take a photo. I hope I did that with you and send it to you. Yes, so that you get that drawing on the day. And I think a lot of people put them on their phone savers or on your desktop or whatever you like to do. But it's that idea of, you know, when we have a transformation, if we really want to give that power and head in that direction, we've got to come back to that, reminding ourselves. And we all know, running businesses, mindset is the key.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't always, you know, you've got to work at your mindset. So my idea is that these drawings actually anchor in that dream that you've had, or that purpose, or that intention of your reading. So it's something that really, to me, it really brings it grounds it in and gives it a good anchor.
And that was exactly what it did for me. So tell, and I just thank you again, because I just love it. I will sit with that, you know. So tell the ladies who are watching this, you know, how we've kind of talked a little bit through the colour reading.
Yes.
How can they get in touch with you? Or
Okay. So my website is easily found, just khamilton.com. I'm also on Facebook. I have an essential oil group on Facebook called K's Essential Oil Wisdom. So you can reach out and request to join that. What else? Just K at khamilton.live. Send me an email. Have a chat if you've got a question and you want to explore further. If you want to book in for a reading, we can do that. Or if you just want to chat, we can do that, because you know, the world of essential oils is something that's so exciting for me, and it's something I've never tired of, and it's something I can talk about forever. People go, oh my God, Kay, you know everything there is to know, and I don't. I just know a little bit. There's a whole uncharted world with essential oils. One of the reasons why we use oils is because they've done studies on the importance of smell and, you know, past memories and anchoring your ability to release. So when we smell an oil, it goes in through the receptors in our nose and up through the limbic system and right throughout our body. And they've done studies. It's one of the most powerful ways to release or to, you know, create transformation. Very powerful to enhance those memories and release all those things that tend to block us.
yeah, absolutely.
Open the door for creating a whole new path forward.
Totally agree. 100% agree with that. And I have to say, from my experience with essential oils, they really help with my mental wellness as well. Like,
yes,
you know, when I was going through a whole heap of stuff, quite a few years ago, that was when I was introduced to Young Living essential oils, and my God, they were a huge part of my recovery. Huge part of my mental wellness, and they continue to be all the
Yes.
time.
Yes.
And and part of that is helping me sleep.
Yes, exactly. If you don't have a good night's sleep, well, you're not going to function very well the next day.
That's right.
We even have, well, you saw a video I did yesterday, but we even have these are like vitality drops, and you can add that to your water. We just have endless amounts of supplements, and they all have essential oils in them. We have so many products. I don't have to go to the shops for shampoos or skin products, even makeup. Young Living has so many fantastic things, and I love
Here in front of me.
and I love you've got your diffuser in the background there. So to have that going in an office space where you need to be mentally alive and motivated, it's a great way to support yourself in business. And it's a tax deduction too for people.
I know.
Fantastic.
And you know what I love too is actually just before we finish is that I love that it's very natural the way that you do these readings. So you do the readings and then you incorporate the oils into them, and it's just very natural the way that just literally flows, doesn't it? That's what I found in our reading. It just flowed. Nothing was forced. It just happened.
Yes. I find that when you what do they talk about, your zone of genius? Or
yes.
When I'm working with somebody and doing a reading with people, I find I go into this, it's not an effort. It just flows, as you said. It just comes naturally, and people walk away and they go, "Oh my God, you were so spot on." And I go, "Well, thank goodness for that." I do readings online as well. Tonight I'll be on the spiritual events directory on a Thursday night at 7:15, and I pull out cards and I pull out oils for people, and it's such fun. And the feedback, oh my gosh, you're so spot on, and it's fantastic and reassuring for me to know that my clients are getting some good value as well. That's so important.
Absolutely. Yeah. So thank you so much, Kay. And once again, I'm going to say I would highly, highly recommend a reading with Kay. It's not daunting. it's very, very comfortable. Kay will just make you feel right at home right from the start. But I would highly recommend one of these readings if you are into this spiritual type of stuff, and even if you're not, even if you just want confirmation about where you're at the moment, this is a wonderful way to get that confirmation and have a bit of mental support as well. So thank you so much for sharing with us today, Kay. It's been
my pleasure. It's been wonderful.
And again, like we said, if you want to book in for a session with Kay, kayhamilton.com.au, did you say?
No, just .com.
.com. Okay, I think my assistant's, she's brilliant. She's already put the link in there, so where you can.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
So
reach out if anyone has been listening to this interview and you would like a reading. I will give you a nice little special discount if you would like to make a booking.
There you go. Just mention
that you were on this, and I will look after you.
Perfect. Just mention Business Women Rising Above, and there you go. You get a special discount. Oh, it's a win-win today.
Fantastic. So send me an email.
Beautiful. Thanks so much, Kay. It was lovely speaking with you.
Thank you, Ali. It's just been a pleasure to be here, and thank you for your feedback on your reading. That was fantastic.
Awesome. All right, ladies, so if you would like to book in, if you would like to be interviewed in Business Members Spotlight, we do it every Thursday, 9:30 Adelaide time. Just feel free to private message me and we will get in touch with you and book a date. We've got a few available dates within the next few weeks if you'd like to book in. This is your opportunity to come into the group, just as Kay has done today, and share all about your business. This is your opportunity. You've got half an hour to promote yourself. So go for it. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks again, Kay, and we will see you next. Actually, no, next week. We don't have next week because unfortunately I am attending a conference, but we will see you definitely the week after. All right, ladies.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, everybody.